Let us move on to our last presentation. He represents Nippon Express Korea, and Nippon Express is one of the renowned logistics companies in the world. We have Mr. Akiyama Masami from Nippon Express Korea. And he is going to talk about decarbonization efforts of a logistics company. And as the port of Busan serves as a hub, while using feed vessels, using this hub and feed role of the port of Busan, he's going to give us a talk. Please welcome him with a big round of applause.
한국어 들리세요? 여러분 안녕하십니까? 여러분 이렇게 초대해 주셔서
Today I shall select the language English instead of Japanese nor Korea because worldwide sessions. So anyway, let me introduce myself. My name is Akiyama Masami. I am a CEO and President of Nippon Express Korea since January in 2022, last year. The title of my speech is today, Ocean Forwarding Market, our Nippon Express Group, Environmental Initiatives. We experienced logistical distribution in the corona disaster that we had never experienced before. The ocean cargo transportation is undergoing a period of major change since the corona disaster. I hereby explain the current ocean market situation and the Nippon Express Group's approach to the inevitable environmental issues. Today, I have 5 contents to show you on my speech like these. First of all, let me introduce our Nippon Express groups. Nippon Express is one of our largest worldwide logistics service provider in the world. We find a way. This is our corporate message that we always find and provide the most suitable transportation methods required by society and our customers, such as the transportation of Mona Lisa painting on the left, Shinkansen trains in Japan, Statue of Liberty, windmill, or various kinds of cargoes. Sometimes using Ukraine Antonov, which is the world's largest cargo aircraft. Unfortunately, it was wrecked last year following the Russian invasion. This slide shows our company profile as global basis. Probably, as you may be aware, through our home pages of Nippon Express as well. This slide is showing our subsidiary in Korea, Nippon Express Korea. This is 23rd years since our establishment in 2002, when FIFA World Cup soccer games, Korea and Japan, which you remembered, was held in same years. This is a chronology of history of Nippon Express Korea. Particularly in 2016, we began operating our own distribution center at Busan Newport. as called BGLC, Busan Global Logistics Centers. Secondly, I will continue by explaining the Nippon Express Group's sustainability visions. Our corporate philosophy is that our mission be a driving force for social development. Our challenge, create new ideas and value that expand the field of logistics. Our pride, inspire trust every step of the way. Our Nippon Express Group's sustainability visions consist of 3 values: social, environmental, and economic values. This section focuses on environmental initiatives. First of all, I'd like to introduce you. So Nippon Express Korea is planting trees as an effort to contribute to society and care for the environment as green activity, deeply collaborated with City of Seoul. Nippon Express Group set new medium and long-term targets for reducing CO2 emissions. The target 2030 is CO2 emission by 50% compared with 2030s, and the target 2050 is 350,000 tons. In promoting contribution to a sustainable society, our Nippon Express Group is working with airlines company to switch from fossil fuels to SAF, sustainable aviation fuel, as an initiative to reduce CO2 emission in air transportation. In addition, we are also working on modal shift from trucking services to rail or other mode of transportation. So it looks like same scenario between Japan and Korea, I can imagine. This is a variety of the data on our major environmental conservation efforts. We are introducing environmentally friendly facilities, reducing electricity consumption, and deploying electric trucks. Next, I will explain market ocean conditions in the world. In the Corona disaster, we have experienced both port and inland transportation disruptions never experienced before. Ocean freight rates rose sharply. Port congestion caused delays in vessel schedules, and the global supply chain was severely impacted. Prior to the Corona disaster, ocean freight rates were low on all major routes to Europe and the US due to an imbalance between supply and demand. However, the Corona disaster caused a significant increase in freight rates, peaking in 2022. Currently, cargo demand is weak and freight rates continue to fall, but it is very difficult to foresee even near future at this moment. Cargo volume declined significantly in 2020 due to the Corona, but it grew 6.3% annually in 2021, caused by return to the previous year's decrease. But it was showed due to the financial circumstances slowdown. However, 4.3% growth is expected in 2024. The supply of shipping capacity has been on the rise since 2016. The supply has turned down in 2019 and 20 due to the Corona disaster, but it's expected to grow by more than 8% in 2023 and 24. Annual supply in TEU is expected to exceed 2.5 million TEU in 2023 and reach 2.8 million TEU in 2024. New shipbuilding orders are expected to rise sharply in 2023, peak in 24, and then decline from 25th onwards. We can clearly see a trend of new vessels becoming larger and larger after 2023. The percentage of container vessels over 15,000 TEU will exceed 50% in 2023. However, in 2024, the number of container vessels over 15,000 TEU will be decreasing, but over 10,000 TEU is expected to exceed 60%. So next slide. So I hereby would like to express my port business initiatives. So we hereby pick up 7 major facing ports in Korea and Japan columns. Among these 7 issues, 4 subjects marked in green color, such as environmental, DX, the 2024 problem in Japan, utilization of Busan port with Korea-Japan shipping route cooperation, I hereby express. We must accelerate our efforts to address these social issues such as environmental problems that require carbon reduction and labor shortage due to the declining birth rate and aging population. Our solution, I'd like to hereby introduce some examples. So this slide shows environmental friendly facility, so included electrically powered trucks are on the process. A modal shift to rail transportation in order to contribute to carbon reduction. The transportation products as combined domestic rail in Japan and ferry transportation between Busan and Shimonoseki or Hakata in Japan is one of the most suitable transportation as an environmental measures. Next slide shows Nippon Express Group is working on the promotion of DX as a demand issue to address the shortage of open labor force due to the declining birth rate and aging population in both Korea and Japan. The promotion of DX is also linked to the strengthening of supply chains. Next slide shows our Busan logistics centers. This is BGLC, is located behind the new port of Busan and conducts daily operation in order to maximize the global advantage of the FTZ function, free trade zone, which is one of Busan's major strengths products. We have high expectations for the new airport, Katokudo Airport, so which is scheduled to come into operation in 2029 to become one of the world's leading global logistics hub in Korea that can provide sea and air solution with free trade zone functions in Busan seaport. In Japan, maybe as in South Korea, in near future, with the driver shortage becoming an issue, the law will be revised in 2024 to limit the working hours of drivers. Currently, cargo shipped from major ports such as Tokyo, Yokohama, and Osaka by truck over long distance in Japan may be affected. As a countermeasure to this problem, the Nippon Express Group is promoting a proposal to ship from local ports in Japan, directly transport via Busan, which has abundant shipping routes to all over the world as transship for the export from Korea. This is the last slide as for your reference, just for political and business collaboration between Korea and Japan. This transportation is a fusion of double licensed trucks in both Korea and Japan with same chassis drivers. Compared to the containers transportation, the number of transport days can be significantly shortened, and together with simplified package specifications, the goods are delivered to a factory in Kyushu, Japan. So this is the end, and thank you for your attention. Thank you.
아키야마
Representative Director gave us an introduction to his company, and he also touched upon how Busan and Japan can work together for decarbonization. Why don't we take a 5-minute break before we have a panel discussion? So we'll take 5, and we will meet you back at 11:30. Thank you very much for your participation.
네, 저희 시간 관계상 장례 정리 후 바로
Yes, we will.
저희가 시간이 많지 않은 관계로 장례 정리 후에
Again, we will start right away as soon as the stage is ready.